Hello students, how are you? Today I am teaching you a new topic, that is law of demand. This law of demand, this topic is very important concept in consumer behavior. So I am teaching you today how change in price and change in demand related to each other, and that I will teach you in law of demand. In earlier videos, I have already taught you definition of economics, types of economics, macroeconomics, microeconomics, inductive method, deductive method, various other topics I have already covered. If you have not watched my all those videos, I request you to go to my channel and watch all my those videos. And also, if you like, then please like, subscribe, and share. Now, today's topic is the law of demand. As I already told you, this is the important topic of economics, microeconomics, and through this law of demand, the understanding of how prices shapes the quantity consumers are willing to buy. Means, as you see on the screen, when price falls, quantity demanded rise. What is the law of demand? Definition. When other things remaining constant. You see, this is very important part of this law of demand, that other things remaining constant. This condition is called ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus. When other things remain constant, the quantity demanded of a commodity varies inversely with the change in its price. Means, quantity demanded will be varies inversely with the change in its price. Means, in plain terms, we can say when a good become cheaper, means when prices falls, people buy more of the quantity. When it becomes more expensive, they buy less. Means, this gives rise to a downward sloping demand curve. The price quantity relationship is negative. Means, this law of demand says that there will always be change in the price first, and due to change in price, the demand will change. And how it will change, how it will respond inversely. Means, when prices falls, demand increases. When prices increases, demand decreases. Like this, change in price and change in demand remain with each other. Now see this, the relationship, how we can say quantity demanded is the function of price. Means, here the price is independent variable and quantity demanded is dependent variable. Means, quantity demanded is the function of price. Means, whenever there is change in price, quantity demanded will change. And how it will change? It will change inversely. Means, there will not be any change in quantity demanded without the change in price. And we can represent it like this, when we take differentiation, the value will always be less than 0. Means, quantity demanded will always be, change in quantity demanded will always be less than in change in quantity in price. Means, whenever price falls, you can see on the screen that whenever price falls, the quantity demanded rise, and whenever price rises, quantity demanded falls. Means, there is inverse relationship between price and quantity move. We can take, you can see that the example of this in table. You can see price per unit is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Means, price is continuously increasing, and the quantity demanded is when there is at the 10 rupees price, there is quantity demanded is 50. When price increase, the quantity demanded is decreases. Like this, the change in due to change in quantity price, the quantity demanded will varies. As price falls from 50 to 10, then quantity demanded will move from 10 to 50, like this. When the price it changes from 10 to 50, the quantity demanded will be from 50 to 10. Now if we represent it in curve, then you can see that on x-axis we have taken the prices and on y-axis we have taken the quantity demanded. And you can see at 10 rupees price there is quantity demanded is 50. As price increase, this when 20 rupees price, the quantity demanded is 40. And if we join all these points, this curve is known as demand curve. Means demand curve will always be downward sloping. Means as the price increases, the quantity demanded decreases. This slopes always downward from left to right. On x-axis we have taken price, on y-axis quantity demanded. Reasons behind the law of demand. Why this law of demand exists? Then the reason of this is, the first reason is law of diminishing marginal utility. This is again again basic concept. This law I will teach you in next videos. I will give you the one exclusively video for this law of diminishing marginal utility. Then income effect, substitution effect. Income effect represent when prices fall, real purchasing power increases and it let buyers afford more of the good. Substitution effect also, new consumers effect also. Then assumptions of the law. As I already taught you, in the law there is other things remain same. Other things remain same, ceteris paribus condition. What those other things? These are the other things that must remain same. Then only the law of demand will be implemented. Like this, first of all, consumer income should remain constant. Means if income increases, then there may not be increase in demand due to decrease in price, or there is not decrease in demand due to increase in price. If income increases, consumer income increases, price of related goods stay the same. This is also important assumption. If prices of related goods also varies, then there may be law of demand exist or there may not be. Taste and preference do not change. If taste and preferences change, then in spite of increase in price, demand may diminish or may not be diminished. Then no expectation of future price change. Means if there is expectation of future price change, then this law of demand will not be exist, because like this if, for example, if the price of gold falls, then demand will immediately not increase, because consumers expect that there will more fall in prices in future. So in spite of less prices, demand will not increase. And the vice versa of this is also true. No new substitutes enter in the market and populations or size also remain unchanged. Then these are the assumptions of the law. Now exception of the laws, when it does not hold. First of all, given goods. In case of given goods, law of demand do not exist. Means these given goods are inferior goods, and when the price of these given goods decreases, instead of increase in demand, there is decrease in demand also. What are these given goods? I will explain you in another video in detail. What is Veblen goods? Veblen goods means luxury goods. Luxury goods or status items. In case of these status luxury goods, this law of demand may exist or not exist. Or necessities. Necessities in case of essential items like life-saving medicines, the law of demand will not exist, because whatever increase in price, the demand for these necessities or life-saving medicines will not be decrease. Or speculative or expectation effect, that this I already explained you. Now, in summary, we can say that price and quantity demanded move in opposite direction whenever ceteris paribus exists. Without ceteris paribus, this law of demand will not be applicable. Then graphically shown downward sloping demand curve driven by diminution marginal utility, income and substitution effect holds only when income, taste and related prices stay constant. Given goods, luxury goods, necessities, these are the exceptions of the law of demand. Thank you very much. If you have any confusion in this topic, you can write in comment box. This topic is really important for from 11th to MA in all subjects, in all syllabus. If there is economic subject, this topic covers law of demand, and this topic is also equally important for competitive exam also. So students, in this we have to be conscious about this, that there will change in prices only. First prices will change and then quantity demanded will change due to change in price. If you will start this law of demand from change in demand, then the whole scenario will be reverse. So first of all, prices will change, and due to change in price, there will demand change, and it will change inversely. Thank you very much for watching the video.